Welcome guys, this is episode 23 Workout Master. This is Ruben.
This is Aram.
We have a very interesting subject for you today guys.
Interesting, complicated and controversial.
And we're going to try to make it as easy for you to understand because we don't want to get into medical terms. By the way, I do listen for your comments and we do take a note and we do make improvements.
That's correct.
Is that correct, Ruben?
Absolutely.
All right. Cholesterol. It's a big issue. I actually tried today. I type in the search engine just the word cholesterol, and the amount of articles that are written on it, it's quite amazing.
The amount of hits is probably in the millions, probably.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing that kind of bothers me about it, because from years working with people,
clients and friends,
health-related issues, my clients come in and always one of the things that they're worried about is the high cholesterol.
Right.
Now, for me, it is natural to ask the question. Now, since you worry about cholesterol, can you please explain me what cholesterol is?
And then there's a long pause, and you hear the crickets in the background. Crick, 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 crick. No idea.
Yeah?
They're terrified of it, and they have no clue what it is.
Now, let's think of it like this. We are, as human, we are terrified of cholesterol, and most of us have no idea what it is. Now, what is the best way to get stressed out?
Being afraid.
Being afraid of something that you have no idea what it is,
right.
You don't know how to change it, and supposedly the only person who can help you with this is the guy who makes a Lipitor or Crestor or whatever the cholesterol medication drug companies is.
Right.
Now, let's get in a little detail and very simple. What is a cholesterol?
Tell them, what is cholesterol?
Okay, cholesterol and definition of cholesterol, I got it from the book called Eat Fat, Lose Fat by Dr. Mary Anning. It's an excellent book. And basically what she says, cholesterol is a heavy alcohol that has a hormone-like structure that behaves like fat. And if that doesn't confuse you,
nothing will.
Nothing will. But at least you know that. The cholesterol is not a fat, it's a heavyweight alcohol. Yeah? Now it is coated with a thing called lipoproteins. And the lipo, anytime there's a lipo, it means that it's fat.
Right.
Yeah? So they coat it with a lipoprotein because the lipoproteins help make the cholesterol water soluble so it can travel through your bloodstream.
That is correct.
Yeah. And there's two of them. One called high density lipoprotein. Another one called is low density lipoprotein. Yeah. And they've been labeled. They've been labeled for no necessarily particular reason as a good and a bad. Correct. So the good one is HDL, which is high density lipoprotein. The other one is a low density, is labeled as a bad one.
Which is not bad at all. Let that be known.
Now let's figure out what those two do. Yeah?
Go ahead.
HDL takes the cholesterol and moves it from the cells to the liver.
Back to the liver to be recycled.
Okay?
Right?
Now the low density takes cholesterol and carries into the cell.
Right, from the liver back
to the cell. So that's
a
function. I think it's very simple. We're not going to go into any more detail than that. So you have cholesterol, you have HDL, ADL, and then LDL, and they both have a certain function within the body.
Right.
Yeah?
Let me ask you this now. Why would the body send cholesterol through the blood system?
It's an excellent question, because your body ultimately wants to recycle.
Number one.
Number one. Number two, for me, cholesterol is an essential building block for your body.
Bar none.
For me, I feel it's like a cement for the building, if your building made out of cement. Or if it's made out of earth, that's like earth for the building.
Dirt.
So, all your stress hormones made out of cholesterol. all your sex hormones made out of cholesterol. So cholesterol is extremely important. Not only that, your body produces 80% of cholesterol. You're actually a manufacturing plant for cholesterol, believe it or not.
Your liver is for the most part.
Now, if it wouldn't be that important for you, why would your body go out of its way to produce 80% of something that you supposedly don't need?
Because your body is stupid and doesn't know. No. It needs it, it makes it because it is the foundation of the building blocks of the cells. Every time you're replacing cells, which happens by the millions, by the second, your body has to replace those cells. And the raw material that utilizes to make the membrane of those cells is basically half of it is going to be, or close to half of it, or a little bit more, is going to be cholesterol.
Absolutely. Now, there's one thing that I try to explain, the whole cholesterol theory. It started back in 50s because it's a hypothesis. The correct word. It is a hypothesis that it is a possibility that cholesterol can cause a heart disease. Now, it's not a proven fact, and as a matter of fact, there's a lot of studies that supposedly prove the fact, and there's a lot of studies that prove that those studies are absolutely wrong. Yeah? So, for me, it works like this. They say that cholesterol blocks the arteries, and therefore you get a blockage and you can get a coronary heart disease.
Not true.
I don't believe it's true either. I believe cholesterol is there to help.
For sure.
Think of it like this. There's a fire, and anytime there's a fire, hopefully there's a fireman comes in to put the fire down. Now, do you ever think, let's get rid of the fireman? Because anytime I see the fire, there's a fireman. Anytime I see the fire, anytime there's a fireman.
That's right.
Let's get rid of all the firemen.
There's no fire.
And supposedly there'll be no fires.
Right.
Okay? Now, I believe that cholesterol is there to help the problem, and somehow we're blaming the fireman, the actual thing that is there to help, for the problem. I don't think it's fair.
Yep.
But it's just my opinion.
Well, your opinion, you happen to share it. But nonetheless, if you don't, make sure that you rag on him.
Hey, if you don't like what I say, make a comment. Make yourself known, share with me. I don't believe I'm the last information source that you ever have. You can have your own opinions, and actually I would love to hear your opinions.
Alright, so now, Aaron, let's go back to the basis of what cholesterol does for the body.
What's the benefits?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell us what the benefits are.
Many, ample, and diverse.
Okay.
Number one, all your stress hormones are manufactured from cholesterol.
That's
Your
correct.
cortisol, that's your epinephrine, and your norepinephrine. All your sex hormones are manufactured from cholesterol. That will be your estrogens, that will be your testosterone, your growth hormone, etc. So there's hundreds of them right there, only on that category. Your biliary cells, that means your bile that you utilize to actually break down...
Bile salts.
Bile salts. Did I say biliary? Okay, whatever.
Bile salts.
Bile salts that actually go into the stomach to break down proteins into amino acids, carbohydrates into starches, and so forth and so on, and fats into fatty acids, which make up all your nutrition. They're actually aided by cholesterol. Your serotonin levels, they actually control and stimulate it through cholesterol.
Cholesterol helps serotonin receptors.
So actually your mood will be increased or decreased with the absence or the presence.
Because serotonin is basically feel-good hormone.
Absolutely.
Yep. Babies need a lot of cholesterol. Mother milk is loaded with the cholesterol. Why? Because the babies need it.
Absolutely. It's going to help actually build their own nervous system. Yeah. Cholesterol.
I think that's plenty of benefits.
I think so.
Like I always say, hey, do you want to have less sex hormones than you have? Neither do I. So ultimately, cholesterol is important. It's there to serve you. Let's be candid with things. I'm not here to neither bash on that theory or promote any theory.